Shalini Ramachandran joins us on the set now, and I hope I got your name right there. Is going to tell us what's it like to think in Facebook updates. Tell us how that would work. You've been doing this, haven't you? You've been thinking in Facebook updates.
Yeah, I mean, I joined Facebook in 2005, maybe in my junior year of high school. And since then, you have it in third person, Shalini Ramachandran is. That always used to be the thing you fill in.
Yeah.
So that third person update has never stopped for me.
So how are you, now you're thinking, and you're thinking in the Facebook update, you're thinking, what are you thinking?
Shalini Ramachandran
is feeling awesome on
digits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feeling awesome on Digit. And it's never I'm feeling awesome. It's always Shalini Ramachandran.
Does this change? Has this changed your brain then? Has this toy of Mark Zuckerberg, has it completely reprogrammed your brain into this way, so that whenever you're going to write a letter, it's going to be in this way?
I mean, it's interesting. My first comment to anything is always thinking or should I like, dislike, or what should I comment on that? And it's always in these post kind of formats.
And very short formats, because you can't, which is why it's surprising actually that Mark Zuckerberg is writing a 2,000-word letter. Obviously he hasn't been infected, as it were, by this way of thinking. Right. Now you write in your post on WHJ.com, Facebook is our portal, your generation's portal to the political world. Explain what you mean by that and how it affects you.
Sure. So when I was in college, all the breaking news we ever got was through Facebook. We'd see it on our news feed. We'd see, when I found out Osama bin Laden died, it was through Osama's dead posts all through my mini feed. And then, I found out about Michael Jackson's death, Anna Nicole Smith's death, everyone through Facebook. And it just happens to be this breaking thing because we look at it 4 or 5 times a day. And it's our news source, and it also stimulates our conversation because there's status updates, notes, and comments about all the world happenings. They all happen on Facebook.
I just got some huge news for you. We have a big news organization here where you can also get news from other than Facebook. It's called the Wall Street Journal. I've also got Barron's and MarketWatch. You can get news from those things as well. What about when you're in business? How do you use it that way?
Well, I mean, how do I use the Facebook updates for business?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, people have to create Facebook pages now. It has to happen. I mean, my friend Kishore, who I talked about in the story, is a startup entrepreneur, and the first thing he has to do is create a Facebook page, make sure it gets lots of people to like it, because once you like it, those updates will come up on your news feed that, hey, we just raised this round of funding, things like that.
Do you find that because the news feed just clicks over so fast? I mean, and I think everyone in this building is guilty of looking at feeds of not necessarily Facebook feeds, but feeds in general, coming through at lightning speed. Do you find that means you have an attention span that is like 3 seconds long? You're just going snap, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no? Basically,
I mean, the amount of information that you find out about all the random people who you friended over the years, or the random likes that you've clicked on, it's amazing. I mean, when you sign to Facebook, you find out so many things you don't care about just because it just keeps scrolling and scrolling.
So how's this compared to Twitter for you? Do you use Twitter? I presume you do use Twitter in the small amount of spare time when you're not on Facebook.
I mean, actually, not as much as Facebook, to be honest, just because Twitter seemed to me, it didn't seem to give as much of a nature. See, with Facebook, we could make status updates that are kind of longish, talk about, Osama bin Laden's death. What does it mean? And people post quotes and long, paragraphs of thought. But with Twitter, it's too short, and that's why I never got into it too much.
It is awfully short on Twitter, and it's a lot of links. What about then when you're tackling something like War and Peace? Is that just how does your generation deal with that? It's this thick. I'm not a guy, so I like lots of pictures in my books, and it doesn't have many, or if any, lots of words. How do you deal with that?
Well, I actually wrote my master's thesis on Ulysses.
Okay.
So I was able to do that.
Did you read the whole thing?
I did.
You can tell us now. You did? You read it all?
I did.
What, you read it all through Facebook feeds?
Well, I actually thought about trying to tweet about Ulysses, but looks like most people don't really want to follow it.
Now that is a very thick and very complicated book. So wow. So it didn't affect your brain completely, did it?
Not exactly.
Not exactly.
Still got some.